Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me again today. This is But First Coffee, and today we are honored with a guest. His name is S.Dott. If you haven't heard of him, you are way behind because his song has been viral more than once. So I'm going to introduce you and let him introduce himself in case you need to know more about him. And then we're going to get right into this interview. So S.Dott, let everyone know where you're from and how you got started.
I'm from Lawtell, Louisiana. I started out in a band about 2011. So I was in a Zydeco band with Leon Chavis from 2011 to 2020, which is when my first song, Slow Wine, went viral. And then, I've been solo ever since.
Do you prefer being solo than in a band?
I prefer having being with my own band, than being in somebody else's band. So, just like everything, it's always two sides to something. When it's your band, obviously, there's a lot more things you have to deal with as the band leader versus just being a part of a band. So, I say, it balances itself out. I'm thankful for the whole process.
And in this experience, because a lot of people choose or not used to the actual band life where they have to manage several different people.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you been able to do that and still maintain and do what you need to do as a musician?
As of now, I can say the best thing has been I've been able to work with a great group of guys. As you mentioned, that's one of the most important things is managing not only yourself, but now you have members and guys and, making sure everybody's on time, president, all this, everybody, we all have our own lives to live. I understand that, but, business is business. But so far I can say that I've been blessed with a group of guys that's pretty much vocal on everything. So it's been rolling so far. I haven't had many problems at all, actually. So I'm thankful for my band and hopefully we can keep it that way.
That's very good to hear because a lot of people don't have that much luck, especially transitioning from someone else's band to their own. So when you got started, what's your favorite part about performing? Because a lot of people say I want to go into music, but they never think about having to get on that stage. Mm-hmm. So what was your biggest challenge or what was your favorite part just about doing that in general?
I've always enjoyed entertaining. So, I can say it's just for me, it's just a getaway. Like for that hour or 2 hours that you're up there on stage, there's not many things that's on your mind, but just performing. It's kind of like a getaway to a certain extent. Again, but like I said earlier, everything has it's two sides. It's also a business side. So many things us as musicians deal with either before or after a show that the people don't even know about. So, it's just you just that for that certain moment that you get in your zone is a chance to get away from all of that though, and enjoy yourself. So that's what I really like, that I can lose myself in showmanship and enjoy my show.
Well, a lot of people have been enjoying your single and your other single before that. So did you know Trailride was going to be a hit, or did you say, okay, this is just something I'm used to. This is the music I've always done.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think as musicians, we think all our songs going to be hits.
Okay.
I just pride myself in writing good music. At the end of the day, I believe that good music itself is undeniable. And when I stress the word good music, I respect everyone's creativity. But, it's a few things I pride myself in: my writing, my mixing, my mastering, which I don't mix and master myself, but I make sure that it's done, as good as possible. Okay. And, all of those components just in one, I try to make sure I cover all of that. So, again, like I say, I think all my songs going to be hits. And what happens is when they become bigger than what you ever seen them being is when you're really amazed. So even from Slow Wine, like I thought it would have been big. I knew it was a good song, but to say that I could have called exactly how big it still is and relevant to this day, I couldn't see that happening. But I'm
Okay.
more than thankful for it.
So on this ride, you have to probably preserve your creativity and the long history of that your type of music. I'm from the Midwest, so a lot of this is new to us. So
Mm-hmm.
explain to me how you have been able to do both and still, give it a little urban twist at the same time.
Well, Zydeco music is where I'm from is a cultural thing. So it's really who I am. It's not really hard to do. The hardest part is changing it.
Okay.
It's easy to do something you grew up doing. That's the type of music that I used to wake up to on Sundays while my mama was cleaning. It was Zydeco that woke me up. And another side to that is the older people they often frown on people like myself for changing it a little bit, But
Okay.
you know how that go. You have to move on with the times. But something is Zydeco music comes second nature to me. So the hardest part, like I said, is not drifting too far away, but keeping it kind of in the medium, finding that medium point too, so the new people everyone can enjoy it. I mean, Cowgirl Trailride is technically a Zydeco song. Now, half the
Okay.
world may not know that because something they've never heard before, but that's what it is, and it's part of my journey. That's part of the win. To once the history comes out, it's Zydeco music that's being spread.
And how are you able to teach that to newer generation who are saying, well, I want you to go this way, or why haven't you done it this way?
Yeah. I don't know if it's something that can be taught.
Okay.
Music is a feeling. Like I said, I can teach it, I can explain it, but people don't always understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just one of those things. What's understood, you don't really have to explain it. Um, and the fact that it's been working for me is another reason why it shouldn't really be that much explanation. You know, a bunch of the naysayers, the people that's don't really understand it. I don't hear from it, and the people that's really just getting into it, they love it. They explore other Zydeco artists that's out there, and again, for me and for the whole culture, is a win just to be able to spread that Zydeco culture over the world.
I think it's more of your energy and it seems like your passion behind it that got me excited about it. But you could tell that everyone appreciates that you enjoy it as well. Now I see that you are branding out, and you have other ventures that you may go into because of this viral sensation. So I hear that you have ice cream coming out. Explain to me how you got way over here
Oh,
from the music brand.
I just it's so much different venues, so many different things you can do just in life, like whatever lane you in or whatever you're striving to do. It's so many different hustles. And I once had my own wine. I had Slow Wine for a long time, and it just kept selling out. And the problem was I just didn't really have that much time to just tap into it as
Okay.
far as handling the caseload, which I'm still asked about it. So I will get back to that. But the ice cream, again, just a business venture, and it's a good idea. So
Do you like
we
the
gonna go
business
with it.
part of that? Do you like going into other things, or it's just like whatever falls in your plate at this moment?
Honestly, a little bit of both,
Okay.
because my main passion is obviously just being a musician. But if it's paths that's open and available to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's positive, I don't see nothing wrong with it. So we're gonna get into a little bit of everything, never too much.
Right. We focus on a lot of entrepreneurs over here. So a lot of people think, oh, if I put it out, it'll sell, or I can just do this one thing and it'll work. How hard has it been just to stay relevant? I mean, I know you said it's easy for you to do it, but I mean, now you're into the markets where, like you said, people are just now beginning to maybe know who you are or know the type of music you're putting out. And so, and
Mhm.
you're putting out other brands on top of that.
Right.
So has that been a challenge for you?
As far as staying relevant in music,
Yes.
exactly. Not really, because all of my music, most of my songs take a year or longer to really just go viral or take over the world. So
Okay.
I've learned patience through my journey. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, we have to have an ultimate goal, but we also have to stay the course and know what we want and be mindful of our previous journeys.
Mhm.
So maybe a couple of years ago, I was antsy about a few things, but then when I realized, like, if I just wait a year or two or even three, um, it's something amazing on the other side. It's all about the energy you put into your craft or whatever it is that you're doing. And as
Mhm.
time progresses, we are always meeting people and building these relationships, and the fan base is growing. So just staying the course, everything really just gets better.
Now it seems like you are sticking to what people know as like the basics. You're out there shaking hands, focusing on performances. And a lot of people feel like I can just stay online. How important has that been to your career of saying, no, it's all about us getting out and connecting with people?
Yeah. I often pride myself. First of all, I mean, what's crazy? I'm like a part-time people person,
Okay.
meaning that I believe in time to myself, and sometimes I don't talk a whole lot.
Okay.
But when I get around people with good energy, you swear we've been around each other forever. And every now and then I go through the comments and whatnot, and I'll see how my friends slash fans appreciate the fact that I'm really just like a down to earth, cool person. Like, I'll
Right.
hang with somebody that I just met, and we just, we kick it like that because that's part of my southern gentleman of just being a person that's, I'm not like that. When we go out, we walk in the house, we speak to everybody. So it's the same way.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I can't go always and just speak to everybody, but the people I do come into contact with, we kick it, and um, we just form a slight relationship that the people appreciate.
Is that what you consider being a true cowboy gentleman? Like, how far does that take you? Is that just that's your natural life? That's what we do every day type of situation, or is it you kind of marketing and branding at the same time?
Like I say, it's kind of who I am as a person to a certain extent, because
Okay.
when I'm out, I'm mingling. Like, I often get people like, "Man, you be out," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm chilling." They are running to me out, somewhere else, not even at my own show. And it always I always find a corner. That's just how I am. I'll be ducked off, chilling. And then, once the word out that I'm in the building or whatever, it's like, yeah, I step out every now and then and mingle with the people. And I think if anything, it doesn't hurt anything. It's just like I say, for somebody to really get to be next to you and speak to you and realize, man, you're a cool person. I feel it kind of helps in a way, and not a lot of musicians do it. But I'm one of them people that get out every now and then and chill.
Okay. Now, how has this changed your life? Where now you say you're a people person naturally,
Hmm. Yeah,
but this is a whole nother thing.
yeah, yeah.
When you being
Um,
recognized at the grocery store or something, so do you feel like
yeah.
this is the change you wanted to see, or you just kind of took you by surprise?
I can say it's a change that I'm adapting to, because
Okay.
I'm in the midst of having one of the top songs in the world right now. So
Mhm.
it's more people that know me than I know.
Right.
And like you said, I can't go to the grocery store in my flip flops no more. Like, I can't even wear my do rag, because now I got to pull a do rag off in the middle of Walmart to take a picture. That's some things. Again, I'm so appreciative of the support and the people. So it's things like that I'm mindful of. Like, I'm not gonna too much turn down a picture. But
Okay.
like you say, I didn't been. It's crazy. I didn't been checking out somewhere and a picture like it's just something that I'm living in, and I'm taking it in, and I'm still learning.
Okay.
Oftentimes I don't recognize how big my song is, or how big of a artist I am. You know what I'm saying? Just from
Yeah.
just I'll be lacking one day, maybe walk out with a t-shirt and some slippers and
And we
whatever,
got you.
and it's like, hey, and I'm like, damn, man, can I brush my hair for a second? Or I'm eating, and people oftentimes, like, what you see on the internet is real. Like, people want a picture, they don't care, and I'm sure they don't mean nothing by it, but you can be eating, you can be somewhere you ain't gotta be, and it's like, hey, can we get a picture? And it's like,
Now, did you understand that before you got to this level? Were you one of the people like, I don't care, he out here eating? Or were you like, oh, let's respect the privacy of this person? Like, if you seen one of your favorites out, would you make a beeline and run to them?
Like I said, I've been a chill person, really. So
okay,
I read the room, like they say. That's one important thing that I've been knowing for a long time. You always got to read the room. So for me, yeah, I wouldn't even, I watch from afar if it's somebody that I like that or admire that much. But to say I would just approach them, I probably wouldn't approach nobody.
Okay.
Not even back then. I'd be chilling.
Now, you preparing to host a series of pop-up classes. What can people expect from these?
I'm trying to get with a lot of the workout organizations. There's, everybody's supporting me. So I'm planning some for everybody want to work out or stay in shape or get in shape, however you want to do it, incorporate music. And I have a few other ideas that I want to bring to make mine, to make it mine, like they say, and different, because there's a bunch of so many workout step classes every day that's happening all over. So, just to bring a different feel and, at the same time, another chance to get to connect with these people. A lot of these people just, I see them on the pass by, and obviously something like that, it would be a more intimate setting where we can chill. I'll be hanging around for a little while. So I'm just trying to incorporate all of that. And at the end of the day, just enjoy being in shape, having a good time dancing.
Well, those will definitely be some sold out classes.
We're going to see. We're about to find out.
Be prepared for that. Is there any song that you enjoy out or that you was a fan of in the past that you would love to change up and interpret and, add Zydeco to it?
As far as one of my songs, or just like
one of your favorites, like something maybe you had a Michael Jackson song or a song you like. Can I redo this song and reinterpret it to how?
Yeah, to bring it to Zydeco. It's a few of my songs I may have taken like a line or two. Obviously, when you get on the scale that I'm on now, you got to be careful with that type of stuff.
They may be calling you though, so this is.
Yeah, they a little weird right now. I'm gonna say that. That's all I can say. So
okay.
Pretty much all of my lyrics, I'm gonna keep original. I'm gonna write all my stuff, and it's always inspiration from different places, and people are inspired by different things. So again, I just try to bring all that together and trying to get my creativity going.
Well, we appreciate that. So I love that you're staying true to yourself. Now, for someone who has never, don't beat me up, I've never been to a Zydeco experience live. So can you explain to me how that goes? Is it people just jumping right in and dancing? Or how does this feel? Okay.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Zydeco has his own dance.
Okay. I've heard you talk about it in past interviews. Yes.
Right. So people go to Zydeco's and they actually dance. So there's no standing around. If you're new to it or if you don't plan on dancing, you got to get out the way. You got to stand on the side. But even new people enjoy Zydeco music just as a whole. It's typically always played with a band. I'm probably one of the only artists ever to do track shows as a you can say Zydeco artist. But just the energy of it. I mean, everything is amazing. Like I said, even if you haven't been before, it would definitely hold your attention to just the many different things. The musicians are amazing out there. And, the energy levels, it's something I would definitely recommend you give it a try when you get a chance.
Okay. Are you going on tour anytime soon, or what can we expect to see you in around these parts?
I'm always rolling. I just got back. I've been gone all weekend. I was in Mississippi on Friday, North Carolina Saturday, and Shreveport Sunday. So I've been I'm still running off fumes right now, but it's a blessing. If you just follow me on social media, I keep my schedule posted, and I'm always in a different city, a different state. And that's pretty much how it works for me. A lot of weekend shows. Every now and then during the week, I know a bunch of homecomings are coming up, and I've been getting inquiries about those. So you never know where you're gonna see me at. Just stay posted, and I'm all over the place.
Okay, we'll follow you on Instagram, IG. We gotta stalk him a little bit.
Nah, just a little bit.
He may get in there that one day on your favorite city, and then he gotta go. So one thing we like to do here is to get a little bit of advice or figure out how you do self-care. So what is one quote that kind of gets you through the day that you kind of live by, that say, oh, let me say this to myself this morning to get myself together?
It's real short. And I say this one all the time, just keep going. I think as simple as that is, a lot of people don't understand the power of that, because you can sit somewhere in one place and you'll think.
Ooh, never heard it like that, but
you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And even for myself, it's like, even you think about it, if you sit on the sofa too long, when you get up, it's gonna be indentions on that sofa.
Yeah.
That's not by chance. You was thinking. You stayed there so long. So imagine that in life. Like if you're just going through something, because it's always something.
Yeah, it's always.
But I learned as I learned to be a person that's just, striving to be great. You have to always find your balance. And in every situation, you have to keep going. And this is every situation, even in a relationship. If you're going through something and a breakup, you're going to sit there and cry and die, or you're going to keep going.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's the most slept on thing.
And it applies. Keep going. I know it seems simple, but
hey, listen, sometimes you gotta, if you sick, like they say, you gotta sweat that out. That means just walking. You can just walk, move around. You gotta keep going. But if you sitting there one spot, I guarantee you're gonna stay sick. You just gotta keep going. When you wake up, just go.
I mean, that's golden right there. He's hitting us with some gems. So I appreciate your energy, your even you taking time out because you're on this busy schedule. Checking in with me. Hope everything continues to grow and much continued success.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you. So make sure you guys, like I said, stalk him a little bit, not a lot.
Just a little bit, not that much.
Make sure you guys check him out and when he's in your city, and keep supporting music because we love to hear it. Learn to dance because that's what I'm gonna learn to dance.
There you go. Do the dance.
All right. I appreciate you.
All right, babe. Thank you.
No problem.